Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave me a comment on today's content. We're going to discuss the issue that I had with the Girsan. Recently shot the match, the gun ran fine, and then went out to the range with a couple of buddies, and that's when the problem appeared. Initially, I thought maybe something was hanging up, but upon tear down and inspection, this is what I found. Let me reposition the camera and we'll go into a little bit more detail. Okay, so what I had is a broken barrel link. Okay, barrel link broke in half, and that's on the takedown pin, not on the barrel lug itself. So I replaced it with the Wilson Combat number 3 link, but measuring, and that, I know that's going to be some discussion about, oh, well, you added the ignition kit from the Prodigy, the EGW, and trigger and the nitro fin. Well, I'm going to let you know that I've measured the pin from the nitro fin and the pin for the factory pin, the measurement for the factory pin, both identical in size. So I believe I've measured it out to be 1.119 on both of these. And the fitment on the pin, now I mean I can't go back to that one, but the fitment on the pin, and this is a number 3 pin from Wilson, and not an issue. Okay, so the issue that I felt that maybe this material here was a little bit, I guess, subpar on the link. It looks to be a clean break, and the metal look a little, I would say that it's, I wouldn't say it's like a pot metal, but it's not, doesn't look like it's the real good material. But regardless, usually the link is not the issue regardless of what it is, because its main job is not to take the impact of the recoil or anything. Its main job is upon recoil that the pin on the takedown allows for the link to do a lockdown on recoil, and then when it goes back into battery, it's going to lock up. Okay, so it's going to lock the lug here up on the frame. So ideally, this link is only going to move and not take the impact. The impact of the pistol going into battery and going out of battery is when that allows this to come back in contact. And I'm going to use the factory pin. Okay, so when it's going back into battery, it's going to lock up, and the lug here locks up to the slide. So on recoil, it's going to come down and it's going to hit the vertical impact surface, the vis, and then on the top of the frame here, on the bottom of this lug here, it's going to make contact, and that's where the force of the recoil should ideally be. Okay. And not on the link itself, or on that. The link shouldn't be stopping that barrel from its rearward movement to hit. Okay, if that link is stopping that barrel, or is causing the barrel to stop prior to hitting that surface, then you're going to have stress on the link, on the takedown pin, and possibly the lug itself. Okay, and so if fitment wasn't correct, that's going to happen. And so I can't tell from this pin if fitment was an issue or not, because there's no way for me to put it back and test and do the test. But basically what you need to do is reassemble everything, and making sure, just leave the spring and then the bushing here off. I'm sorry, the plug, and then just reassemble everything. You should be able to push the barrel back to its rearward position, and this should still move freely. Okay, should move. See, now without any pressure on it, it's moving. Okay, with pressure against that, this still should be able to move. Okay, there should be no resistance on it to where it feel like it's binding. If there is, then the fitment for this barrel is not correct, and potentially that could break your link. But in this instance, like I said, I replaced it with a number 3 pin link from Wilson, and I do have a nitro fin on there, moving freely, hitting the surface, still moving freely. Okay, so I believe that initially this was not, I guess in a way, the right size. I can't tell if there was a number on there or what size was used to set up this particular pistol, but that broke. And I am making the assumption that also that the material used is not the best, but I replaced it with the Wilson link. And so far, again, initially about 350 or so round through the gun, went to the range, and probably another 30, 40, 50, somewhere around there, it broke. So let's just say 400 rounds, the pistol fell. So again, I would urge you to check to make sure that your setup is correct, and making sure that that is not in any way contributing to any issue that you might have down the road. That's a little bit, as an issue is, less than 500 rounds and the pistol fell. So again, take a look at what you have and make sure that that is not an issue. See if you have any cracks, any, the link here is not being distorted, and if it's moving freely in your frame, then you won't come across the issue here in the short time that I've had the pistol. So anyway, leave me a comment. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.